How y'all doing out there in video land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, today we're going to have some fun. What we're going to have some fun with? My new Manix. Spy27 Manix. My newest build. I know you guys didn't get to see this one get built yesterday. I had a lot of bloopers in the video, so I decided I'm going to do it over again. And what you're going to see me do is totally take this one from looking like this, a finished product, and bring it back to the beginning, and we're going to redo it. I will hit pause. I will hit the pause button on the videos, so that doesn't turn out to be a really long video like the other one did. And so we'll go ahead and do that. Absolutely love this. This is 100 volts. 100 volts right here. This is Spy27. It's a brand new Spyderco. Came with blue G-10 scales. And these are the MetonBoss. MetonBoss. Grade 2 titanium handle scales from MetonBoss. These are the ones I got in trade for the work I did on Hart Marksman's Tenacious with the brass scales. Absolutely love these scales, people. These scales are awesome. They fit perfectly. No complaints. The pocket clip that you see there is a Fly Titanium deep carry pocket clip for the Manix 2. Not so much a big fan of that, I must admit, because it's kind of tricky to get the screws in because you don't have a whole lot of clearance for the driver to get to the screws. But it's a titanium pocket clip. We're going to be anodizing it. And we also got the Flytanium ball cage, titanium ball cage from Flytanium, and we're going to anodize that also. This part right here is a plug. There's a plug hole cut, what do you call it, a lanyard plug. And it's from Esti. It's made out, I think it's made out of stainless steel. I have another one on the way that's going to be titanium, and I'll be able to match it to everything else. And this will also have a backspacer that's on the way too. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and make this one. I absolutely love it. I like the way it fits my hand. So I do like the Manix 2. I always thought it would be too small for me, but it's beautiful. I can see why everybody likes this one. I could totally see why. It's a lot smaller, a lot more pocketable, and it has all the same features as the Manix 2 XL. These have been my favorites for a long time, since about 2016. They've always been my rotation drawer. That's the one I carry now. And this was the one that started it all for me with the ball bearing lock from Spyderco. As you see, it's been modified with different parts. I think this is either aluminum, it might be aluminum. Might be aluminum backspacer, it might be titanium. I want to say it's aluminum. That I bought a long time ago for it. And the scales come from bladescales.com. Same place these scales came from. These are natural J G10 from bladescales.com. And these are the micarta, OD green micarta scales. I refurbished this knife a couple years ago, and that's when I got these scales, when I got the scales for this one too. When I got the Cucarda one. Not the Cucarda, but the Crewware. It came with it was a Knife Center exclusive, and it had G10 scales on it that were like a polished G10, and they were very slippery. I didn't like them. So that's what made me look for new scales, and I found bladescales.com, and they had great prices and beautiful scales. These scales fit perfectly and just really beautiful. Highly recommend them. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit the pause button. Let's take this one apart. All right, here we go. Let's start out with taking off the pivot. Loosen up the pivot. This one's going to get totally disassembled, so I'm going to take off everything. Need a T10 and a T8. All right. Keep all your screws and everything organized. Pocket clip. Now this is a little bit tricky. Now I'm not a big fan of this pocket clip. I'm debating on even using it. I do like the size of it, but I don't like the way that it installs, and these screws aren't the best screws. It should have like a flathead screws for it. So I might not even use this pocket clip. I might go back to the stock one. All right. Now to get this piece off, you need 2 T10s. Stay still. Yeah, they're pretty tight. I like these pieces because after you disassemble these, they tend to come apart real easy like that, and they help hold everything together. There's a spring, and all right. Got your little washer right there. It's being held in. Liners, your other washer. Keep everything together. And I want to take this off this time because I want to do a little bit of work on these liners too. See if we can get it to pop out. It does not want to pop out. All right, my tool can help me get that out. It doesn't quite fit onto it. So that's not going to work either. No, I'm just going to leave it in there. I'll leave it in there then. I give up. I'm not going to try to break anything or force anything. And that's what I always recommend to anybody. Don't try to overpower, overforce things. Keeps you from breaking things. But these are the scales. In the next, I'm going to pause the video again. I'm going to set all these parts aside, get everything organized, get them out my way. And then we're going to remove the finish off of these with some wing. That'll be in the next part. Stay tuned. All right, let's go ahead and remove the finishes off of these things and get ready. Need to put on some gloves. Always when working with chemicals like wink and stuff, I always recommend using gloves, people. Gotta protect your skin. All right, let's get this party started. Move this stuff out the way so you guys can see what's going on. Wink time. That beautiful finish that I had on there. We're doing the pocket clip and the ball cage too. You see the colors changing. See that? See the colors change? It's removing all the different layers of anodizing. That's what happens when you go up to 100 volts. You got all the different layers or different colors that you went through first. And it takes it all off. This is what we're using, wink. This is what I recommend for this. Easy way to remove the anodizing. The next step will be polishing. Well, actually, it's washing and polishing. Get all that finish off of there. Let's see how the other side's doing. All right. Looking good. You don't want to touch these parts with your fingers after you've done this, because your fingers have oil on them. So you don't want to do that. Okay, oh, I see a little bit of spot right here. That'll polish off though. This is what this end product after we've done our winking. The finish has all been totally removed. No more anodization. You just got raw titanium right now. All right, people. Now we'll get ready for the next one. All right, next up, sanding, wet sanding. So we're gonna get into doing some wet sanding. And for this, I don't really like to wear gloves, so I'm gonna take these gloves off. All right. Do this without gloves on. right. I'm gonna start off with 3000 grit wet sanding paper. We'll need a couple pieces. All right. These have already been polished and everything, so I don't have to go to the lower grits. We'll start off with polishing grits, because all that we're doing is removing what the finish that was left after we winked them. It leaves like a dull finish. And you won't get that polished finish that I like anyway when you go to anodize it. So you gotta repolish it, but it doesn't take. It only takes a minute though. Once things have been polished, it doesn't take that long at all. As you can see, it's coming off already. All right, get this one started. And this is not my choice on wet sanding paper. I like 3M the best. This is wet sanding paper I got off at Amazon. It goes all the way up to 10,000 grit, I think it is. But I noticed that it wears out super fast. It doesn't last very long at all. So it's basically only good for one project. Now to get the little parts, guys. You can see how it's the old polish is coming out real quick. And after I do this, I like to buff it. Buff them really quick, and then I clean them really good. I use my tabletop buffer. And the reason why I do it like this, I mainly concentrate on the high spots, is because that's the main part I want it to be translucent, or be like I have a pearlescent finish. And the way you get that pearlescent finish is that you got to polish. You got to polish the metal that's underneath it. Because when you don't polish it, you just get like a dull finish. You won't get the pearlescent finish. And I say polish them and wet sand it. Wet sand it with polishing paper till you get to polish. Remember, this spot right here was a little bit of a dull spot last time around, so I'm going to put a little extra concentration on it this time around. I can see why it's like a little low spot right here. And it's probably because they have the holes set up so they can put in a left side carry on this one too. probably leaves a little bit. It's just the way it's manufactured. Those are the type of things that you notice when you polish things, though. You notice all the little flaw. I don't want to call them flaws, but the manufacturing process, how it was manufactured, and things that they did hit and things that they didn't hit. And they could hide a lot of that with the finishes that they put on things. These are almost ready. Ready to get buffed. I'm gonna go try some of the higher grit sandpapers on this first, so I could just leave it like this and go. I'm gonna get a super high polish if I can. Okay, that one looks pretty good. It actually is ready to be anodized. That's what, you know, if you get to that point, then you're ready to anodize, you have a nice finish. I want to go for even a nicer finish. Since I'm redoing it, might as well, you know, put a little bit extra effort into it. More effort than I did last time. Take it to even a higher level. I'm not sure if I want to go to the 100 volts though. I sort of like the lower volt finish is better, to tell you the truth. The 100 volt finish looks cool though. It's different because it's pearlescent. It looks like a pearlescent paint job, sort of. You know, where it changes colors and the different amounts of light that's reflected off of it. It's really light sensitive. Some lights it looks like it's just like raw metal. Some lights it looks like it's like a pearlescent magenta or a pearlescent green. I was trying for the high voltage green, and that's the color I got. I'm going to put these together to do that. Keep everything even. That's one thing you always want to be aware of, is you want to keep things even. When you anodize the different volts, if you anodize parts individually, you want to anodize them to the same amount of voltage and drop them down the same amount of ohms and everything else. So you end up with the same color on each side. Now, I'm not a scientist or anything, so I'm not even sure if I'm using all the right terms for this stuff, but I know what I'm talking about just from the doer standpoint. I've done enough of these now to sort of got an idea of how it works. But I'm not up on all the verbiage, so if I say something wrong or use the wrong technical term, understand I'm still teaching myself. I concentrate on these sections because I like the way it looks when I'm holding it in my hand. If everything all matches right and it has same types of finishes. I try to hold it in your hand steady because you gotta do freehand now. Freehand gets all the little things that you couldn't get when you weren't doing freehand. When you're trying to keep things super square. And sometimes freehand's necessary too. Looking good. It's looking really good. You can see what it looks like after I polish it. You guys have seen the whole process today. It's going to be a long video, but you guys will see everything I went through to make however it turns out. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's always a question mark. That's what makes it sort of cool too, though. Don't always have to be in control of everything. Sometimes you can just let things go, you know, turn out the way they turn out. I can tell that these are going to turn out really nice. Just by the way they're wet sanding. Okay, let's go to a different grid of wet sandpaper now. Let's wash these off so we can see where we're at. Remember where we started. Titanium sort of turns like a gold color as you sand it, because as it gets warm, it heats up and it changes colors. Titanium is a really cool metal if you ask me. I like it. I like it for nice stuff. It's like it's a metal that seems like it's alive or something. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's alive. Changes colors, you know, you put electricity to it, changes colors on you, does all sorts of stuff. I like to get both sides of the scale. Make everything fresh for the anodizing. The inside of the scale, I'm not going to concentrate too hard on it. I just want to get all the stuff off it from wing. Just freshen it up a little bit. Like so. When you wet sand, always go in two different directions. Go in one direction, create scratches going that way, then you go in the other direction and remove those same scratches. That's how you get to your higher polishes. Make the scratches smaller and smaller. All right, that's good enough for that one. That one's done. That one's ready to be buffed. Or actually, no, we're going to go to higher wet sanding. I'm sorry. This is 3000 grit. All right, that's good for that. Let's go to a different grade of sandpaper. All right, what we got next? I think it's what, 5000 grit? And like I said, this is not wet sandpaper that I really would recommend people. I like the kind I get from Ace Hardware the best. Ace Hardware, and Home Depot carries it too. But like 3M, this is what I found works the best for me. I'm using this because all my other sandpaper is pretty worn out. My good sandpaper. And now I'm using less pressure. Trying to get the smallest scratches possible. And now I'm just going to concentrate on the highlighted parts of this handle scale. The other parts I won't concentrate on so much, because I want this to be the most polished part of the handle scale. A lot of elbow grease, people. That's all it is. Just a lot of elbow grease. It's not real expensive to do what I'm doing. It just takes your effort. Ooh, that is looking nice. So I can see the sandpaper's wearing out already. It's only good for this one shot. Okay. Let's hit the parts that we can't hit with the flat. And now I'm just concentrating and staying on the high points of the handle scales now. That's the part that I want to have the higher shine to it. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. This is going to come out really nice. It sounds like my neighbors just pulled up. So if you hear any background noise, that's what you hear. They're outside in their car. All right, let's work on this one. We're going to use this piece of sandpaper for this one. I'm going to do a video like this so you guys can see the whole process of what's going on. I have a lot of people always asking me how I do things, and now you're seeing the whole process. Like I said, this video is going to be long, but it will show everything. I think I'm gonna go for purple, people. I want purple. I know I've got done a lot of purple knives, but I just love purple. I love that bluish purple, like the blue purple. They get with 18 and 19 volts. Right, this one I got to concentrate on this piece down here. This area down here, should I say. All right, we should be about there now. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice. All right, let's go to the next grade sandpaper. I think it's going to be 7,000 grit next. Then after that, I think it's 10,000 grit. And then we'll go to the polishing, the buffing. This one I'm just going to use one slice of paper. 7,000 grit. Ten. 10. 10. 10. 10. That's 50. Trying to keep them even now. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. All right. Getting that high gloss finish now. All right. Let's do this one the same way. Ten. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30. 40. 50. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Looking good. Ten. 20. 30. 40. 50. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All right, people. One more piece of paper to go. 10,000 Grit coming up. 10,000 grit. All right. Like I said, this is not the best paper. It's not the best paper, but you know, I'm sure there's somebody that does make really good 10,000 grit paper or what have you. This is paper I got off of on Amazon. 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That piece of paper looks pretty worn out already. 3M paper would not be worn out at this point, people. It'd be good enough for, you know, 2 or 3 more uses. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Here we go. Let's do this side first. $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh yeah, it's ready for the buffer. Ready for the buffer. That one's ready for the buffer. $10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All right, those pieces are ready for the buffer now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause again and get started with the buffer. Stay tuned. All right, time to get into some buffing. Time to get into some buffing. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Need some cold water. I set the cold water over here. Don't want to vibrate on the table too much. All right. Got brown and black. We're gonna start with the black. Let's get our brown one all set up too. All right, here we go. About time for me to get some new bumping wheels. These bumping wheels are starting to get worn out. Need to get them replaced. Too much of it's worn off of them. Still working good though. I'm thinking about getting those new type of buffing wheels. Not made out of some other kind of material, except a little bit different. Been watching videos on them. But these regular old cotton buffing wheels work really well too. I've had some very nice items that I've made with these. Polished out really nice. So either or, you know, if you can't afford the other ones, then get these. I'll probably get some more of these too though, because I know these work. The other ones I'm not sure if they work yet for me. But I do know these work. So I will get some more of these anyway. Ooh, got hot. When you use a buffing wheel, you sort of want to put some pressure into it, people. That's the way I get the best results, is by using a little bit of pressure. You got to be careful though, because this will try to kick whatever you got in your hand out of your hand or whatever. So you got to really pay attention to what you're doing. If you're using a buffer, like a tabletop buffer, like what I'm using, the high-speed buffer. They make other ones I might want to invest in later that adjust the speeds on it. So sometimes you don't want a super fast speed because it burns. Number one, it burns your buffing compound really easily. I find the high-speed ones work really good on titanium and aluminum for some reason. It really brings out the finish in them and the polish in them. Ooh, hot. Got hot. Gets hot really quick. This one's looking good. Gonna let this one sit. I'm gonna go to the next one. Need some more black compound. Make it fresh for this one. Here we go. These MetonBoss scales are really nice, though, people. This is the first time I didn't even know about. I wasn't even aware of this company until I made this transaction with Hart Marksman. And I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like them, but they were titanium, so I knew I could work with them, do some color with them. I did some research on them and I found out they were grade 2 titanium, which is like this grade of titanium that's not really used that much in the knife industry. Knife industry uses like grade 5. Grade 5 is mixed with aluminum and I can't remember what else. It's something else that makes it, stronger. Aluminum and something else, people. I can't remember exactly. I know they use iron in it also. Iron and nitrate or oxygen in its development. But it's basically an alloy. Grade 5 is more of an alloy, whereas grade 2 is pure titanium. When titanium is pure, though, it's softer. It's not as hard. And so they put the other elements in it to strengthen it and make it harder. And when they do that, they come out with a product that's stronger and tougher and everything in aluminum and all that other kind of stuff. But it does have aluminum in it, so you can't say it's really tougher than aluminum because it takes aluminum to make it strong. It's kind of funny. The thing I like about titanium is that it's super strong. Stronger than like 7075 aluminum, which is like the strongest grade of aluminum that I know about that they use for knives. And I like that it changes colors. If you heat it up, it changes colors. If you electrify it, it changes colors. Titanium is like alive. It's a metal that's alive. That's what I like about it. So you're putting soul into your blade. You're making your blade become an entity. If it wasn't already before, I don't know. But I can see how titanium, it responds to different things. That's like a biological being responds to different things. I love titanium. It's one of the fun metals to work with. Now, do I want a titanium blade? No. But I like titanium in other areas, like the handles and in other areas that you can use it for a knife. All right. The edge is really good. These are the parts that you see when you hold it in your hand. It may seem like a really minor part, but it'll make your knife feel a lot nicer if everything's all polished and shiny and looks like somebody put a lot of effort into it. Instead of just being slapped together in a factory where nobody gave a shit, they're just watching the clock till it's time to get off work. That's the difference between the handmade thing and the factory-made thing, people. In the factory, people are working, they're doing a job, they have a career, and they're just trying to spend their time so they have a good life when they get off work. I mean, they may have cared about the knives at first, but after a while, I'm sure it just becomes a job. So when you see something like this, somebody's putting their time and their personal time and their personal care into it. Not because they have to, it's because they want to, because it's something that they're passionate about, or that they care about, that they find joy doing. It relaxes them. That's me. I'm not doing this because I have to, I'm doing it because I want to. I'm a person that's always found joy in doing things with my hands. That's where my art comes. That's where my gift is. craftsman, doing things with my hands. And the things I like to do with my hands the most are things like this. I've been an auto mechanic, a tank mechanic, a boat mechanic. A diesel mechanic, heavy equipment mechanic. I like working with little parts that I can restore or improve. And things like this. This is what I like to do. My father used to like to make jewelry. My mother used to like to make pottery. And when I was a kid, I used to like to make hot rods. Hot rods and motorcycles and fast bicycles and all that kind of stuff. First start off with bicycles. Okay, that one's looking good. Let me get this one a little bit better. Ooh, hot. Oh, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look good, people. Especially with all the turmoil going on in the world right now, it's good to have something that you can do like this that you can escape from it for a little while. Because for me, this is not a chore, this is my hobby. And I'll never want to turn it into a job. I always like it being my hobby. If somebody needs some help with something or want me to help them polish out something every now and then, that's cool. But I don't want to turn it into a job, though. Alright. When you turn it into a job, you stop loving it. It becomes something you have to do. To pay the bills. All right, let's go to the next grade of polish. Let's go to the red, or the brown, or whatever the color this is. It's the finer grade. We're going from coarse to medium. This is a medium grade polish. A little bit finer. Makes the scratches that the polish puts into it even finer. That's what you're doing when you're wet sanding and polishing. You're just making things, you're scratching things, and you're making the scratches smaller and smaller to the point where they're a mirror polish. So you can't see the scratches no more, and you just see a mirror, a reflection. That's the goal. And you can do this without going this level where you're doing the polishing too. But I just find that when you do the polishing too, it just gives you that much even better reflection with the anodizing. But one thing you gotta do though is make sure that you wash all this any excess polish that might be, that you can't even see on here off. So I recommend using going in your kitchen, using your dishwashing soap and a fresh sponge, and saturate that sponge with the dishwashing soap with some warm water, and really scrubbing things. And even getting a little like old toothbrush and hitting all the little nooks and crannies that you can't hit with the sponge. So you want to make sure you get all the polish off. Because even after you polish things, there's like a film polish or something there, and you just want to get it all off. You see how that's giving you a nice even finish everywhere? And that's one thing that really shows up when you anodize stuff is your finish that you had on your item prior to anodizing it. Because anodizing doesn't cover up what your mistakes are, or the scratches or flaws in your finish. So you want to have your finish as good as possible. And you can either have a real fine finish where you can have, like what I go for, or you can just leave it sort of rough. That's the way to hide the flaws, actually, leave it rough. This one's looking pretty good now. Yeah, right, that was looking good. I get some polish. All right, it's looking really good, people. All right, looking really good. All right. All right, that's ready for the next wheel. Told you guys it's gonna be a long one. I'll need to hit the pause on this one because I can do this really quick. Now we're going to the fine polish, the white polish. That one's done. One more to go. Then it's going to be time to anodize. We'll hit the pause, I'll set up for anodizing. Okay, now for the final buff, I buff them together, and I'm buffing the spine area basically. And I want to use a little green polish. Green polish makes it a little bit darker when it comes out, for some reason. Alright, that's it, people. that's it for that part. Next part will be anodizing. Hit the pause. Okay, here we go. Time to anodize, time to anodize, time to anodize. We're all set up and we're all ready. I just got to add a little bit of baking soda. Only had a little bit of distilled water left. So we got to make this do. I only need a couple spoons today. Normally I use enough water where I have to use like about 3 spoons, but today I'm just going to use 2. Stir it around in there until it pretty much dissolves into the water. Make sure your negative leads are connected good. That looks pretty good. Always have your gloves on because you can't touch your parts now. You don't want to get oil or anything like that on them. All right, let's get this party started. We have enough water where we can do one item at a time. See what the part looks like before it goes in. Totally submerged. All right. Got my titanium rod. This is a titanium grade 5 rod. Hooked up to my positive electrode. Turn on the power. Let's go to 18 volts. $18. Here we go. Power on. Okay, 18 volts. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that's nice. Nice purple. Nice purple. Let's do our other piece. $18 volts. All right. So then let's try 19 volts. 18's cool, but I'm going to go 19. Here we go. Ready? Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, that's nice. $19 volts. Ooh. I think I'm going to leave it right here. 19 volts, people. I don't want to go to high voltage. I like this color better. I like this color better. This is my color. 19 volts. All right, people. Let's go ahead and pause, and we'll come back and we'll put it together. We forgot to anodize the parts. Let's do that really quick. Got it 19 volts. There goes the pocket clip. Stabilize. There goes the ball cage. Stabilize. All done, people. Just had to do that quick part. There's the pocket clip now. And there's my ball cage. Should we do ball cage and pocket clip a different color? Nah, we'll leave them that color. We'll leave them that color for now. We'll leave them at that color. All right, people. I'll be back. All right. It's time to finish this one up. All the parts have been done. Everything's all ready to go back together. Let's get this baby back together. All right. I didn't end up polishing any of the scales or anything. They're still in stock form. Is that the right one? Hold on. There we go. So we'll build this side first. I really love the way that these are made. They're all skeletonized and everything so they can get as light as possible. I really love the way that they made these. Let's see if we get this pressed in there. Let me see if I got something I can use to push on it with. There we go. This side, that's not the pocket clip side, right? Nope. Okay. Get that hole lined up. T8. Just put in there, not tight, because you want to be able to move this around. Did I put it in there backwards? Yeah, I did. Too tight. Want it to be kind of loose right now, so I can move it around like this. All right, let me see. Can't remember if the blade goes on next or if you try to put in the spring next, but we'll find out. This I want to lube it up with some grease. Matter of fact, I want to put a little lube on the pivot too. And a little bit of lube. I got a Q-tip over here. I like to use a Q-tip. Get some on the washer too. This is going to be a heavily used knife, people. I will use the mess out of this knife. I like the way it feels in my hand. I can see why people like the Manix too. Let's lube all up along in here too. So to break in nice. Oh, I should put a squirt of oil in there too. Hold on. Getting ahead of myself. Excuse me, people. Oh yeah, that feels so smooth. Let's lube this one up too. Put a drop of oil in here. All right. Now let's lube the spring up. I always lube the springs on these because I found that if you lube the springs, even Omega springs and things, they last longer. So there's a reason why I do this. Does it matter which way this goes? Upside down, right side up? I don't know if it matters. Let's see if we can get it in here. Okay. Move all this stuff out the way now. Clean up my fingers really good. Now we gotta get this screw in. Line it up. Okay, finger tight. Now I can go ahead and tighten this one down finger tight. And we can put in the pivot screws. There's the pivot screws right here. Oh, I know I forgot to do. I forgot to put the bearing in. Oh, so we're not done yet. I'm going to take that back out. The ball bearing, that's what I'm talking about. Let me. Oh, I gotta loosen up the back one. That's what it is. Okay, now we can do it. Maybe as far as I need to go with it. I think I can slip the ball bearing in right there. Put the spring on. That wasn't too bad. That was going to be a lot worse. Right there. This is going to be a beautiful knife. Maybe I gotta do it left-handed. I know as soon as I relieve the little bit of pressure off, it pops up. There we go, we got it now. Finger tight. All right. Left hand got skills. Can't never knock the left hand. All right. All right. I'm putting another little drop of oil in here too. All right. Get that nice and lubed. All right. Wipe off all the excess. Let's finish putting this baby back together. It's all downhill from here. Make sure your part's clean. Where's my other? Got the big one? Yep. Finger tight. Just hold everything together. Now we're going down to T8s for everything else. Still got another pivot screw to put in. There's something stuck in there. Let me see. Now there's something in there. Let me get this out, whatever it is. Get a wire. Looks like a piece of wood. I wonder if I had to get something out of there. There we go. Is that wood or Loctite? Might be Loctite. Let me get that out. All right. Let's see if we get a screw in there now. I think that might be Loctite. It's probably from the factory, I bet. I don't use Loctite. Not unless I have to. See if we can push it back a little bit. My other thing I could do is take it all the way apart and go. Well, there we go. Let's see what it looks like. So then we'll just push it to the other side. I think that's what we did. We just pushed it to the other side. There we go. Okay, now I can see through it. Okay. Now we're set. I think that was some factory Loctite, people. Because I haven't used any Loctite. Got a little bit stuck in there again. Let's put it in this side. Get that one's down. There we go. That one's down. No side to side, no up and down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking good, people. Looking good. Okay, let's go ahead and finish it up now. I like to put on these pieces because when you take these apart a lot, what happens is that the lanyard hole, it becomes loose. Is that the big one? And they just aid in keeping everything tight. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice. Perfectly centered. Doesn't that look nice, people? That looks nice. Looks nice without the pocket clip. All right, let's go ahead and put the pocket clip on. Now this pocket clip is a little bit tricky. It really needs to have some flat heads. But you got to use these. Put the top one, I put the first one in, I put the top one in first. Now don't tighten it all the way down, just get started. There you go, just like that. Because you need to be able to move this thing around. Now here comes the tricky part. It's easier to actually do it with this one. With the T8 from my other Weehaw set. Because it's a little bit thinner profile. Put the T10 away. All right. All right, let's make sure all the other ones are tight too. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Finger tight. Perfectly centered. Ah. There it is there, people. Another beautiful, another beautiful purple rain. All right. All right. I'll be carrying this one all next week. It's going to be in my pocket all next week, people. I can tell you that right now. I'm absolutely digging it. Absolutely digging it. Thank you, Hearts Marksman, for doing this deal with me. I really am happy that I did this deal with you, because I would have never purchased these, because I didn't even know about them until you wanted to make the deal with me. And that is a beautiful knife. Absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. These titanium grade 2 scales from MetonBoss are awesome. I highly recommend them. These pocket clips work good too. It's just tricky getting them on and taking them off. That's the part that I don't like about them. And I think they can use flathead screws, you know, so Flytanium probably needs to offer flathead screws with these too, because the stock button head screws really take up a lot of space. And you sort of got to force it down in your pocket to make it, you know, fit all the way down in. Oh, that's beautiful. Solid. Spy27. 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 All right. That's beautiful, people. Let's see how much it weighs. I'm sitting here just admiring it. I just love the way it looks. This is one of the best looking purple ones I've done. Came out beautiful, really nice. All right, here we go. 5.4 ounces, perfect weight, perfect weight. For a titanium knife, that's an awesome weight. For a titanium knife this size, I can hold and grip in my hand fully like this. It's perfect. All right, people. I'll put this one out there for you guys today. This is the newest addition to my favorites in the Manix class. It's my first Manix 2. These are my two favorite Manix XLs. This is the one I presently carry. This one replaced this one. But this was my first one. This was my first Manix folder. It's a Manix XL, Manix 2 XL with the CPM S30V blade. It's DLC coated. Absolutely love it. I put the Flytanium ball cage in here just like I did in this one. And this one has a back spacer. I think it's either aluminum or titanium. I can't remember. Long time ago, people. And it's got bladescales.com OD green micarta scales I put on about 2 years ago when I refurbished it after years of usage. This is an awesome knife. I love this knife, people. And this is the one I'm carrying now. This one's got the bladescales.com scales on it. It's a natural G-10. It's got the same type of plug on it that you see on the new one. Both of these got the stock pocket clips. This one's got the Flytanium titanium ball cage also. And this one I polished. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it, people. And this is the new one. This is the new kid on the block. Now I got a Purple Rain Spyderco. This is my Purple Rain Spyderco. That's the way I'm going to refer to it. Absolutely love it. Because to me, this is the 8020S, 8020.5, and this is the 8020S or 8020. Absolutely love it, people. Man, this grip is really good. Now I want to try the Para 2. The 3 would be too small. The Para 2 might sound interesting though. I might want to try the Para 2. Oh, so smooth. This is just like butter. This knife came from Amazon. It was a special deal. I think it was a return because the box had been open. But I got it for $123. That's a great price for a G10. It was a blue G10 model, fully lined, Spy27, the new Spyderco proprietary steel from CPM. CPM Spy27. I love it. I love this knife. I love it. I'm really digging the way this one came out, people. And you guys saw the entire process of it. You guys saw the entire process. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this one right now because I know it's probably over an hour, but I'll put it up for you guys right now. Peace out, Stiletto. Have a great day.